Hello guys and girls, Visy OP here, and welcome back to Righteous Tips and Tricks with Visy. It had been quite a while since last video. I am horribly sorry, but I had a plan on next video being about what to greatly avoid in order to make a huge mistake within writing that I see way too many do just with characters in general, and that is overpowering. Now, if there's one thing I hate, like, I hate a few things. Definitely I hate, like, people who are just defying equal rights and similar. Yeah, I hate that. But something when it comes to my writing, and character designing, something that I really hate is overpowered characters. Or just badly constructed characters are really horrible to see because there is potential, but they're just not quite there. So I have gotten the help of two artists, one of which I'm questioning if it's an artist, but whatever. These artists are Captain Froggy and Markier, and the reason I got Markier, if anyone is asking, what the hell is this picture? Then the reason is actually that seeing his art is, well, broken down to very much basic you can get of a character. It's very useful for comparing to Captain Froggy's art, who is... she said this was bad. I'm stunned. But now I want to say this. So, in the universe which these characters exist, we have a bit of a problem. It's a roleplay universe me and Thomas have built up, and in this universe we have kept building. Originally, Half-Blood Prince was basically just a character that was a combination from an angel and a demon. These both entities come from Epic Battle no, not Epic Battle Fantasy. What am I talking about? Epic War 5, I do believe. I did a Let's Play of it. Link in the description, hopefully, if I don't forget. And now, that was his original story. He was the son of these two. Thus, he have both sides of the spectrum, and later it becomes a split personality more than just, you know, being able to access both sides. He's banished from both hell and heaven, thus being, well, eventually close to immortal. And now here comes a big thing that I often do. I don't like killing a character in a roleplay. And the reason is that I feel like, how do I bring a dead character back? It feels cheap to just do that. It is something that I might do in the future, but at the moment it just feels wrong, and thus many characters just survive. They may survive on a thin line, but they survive. Now, Half-Blood Prince is dragging this to the extreme. Now, where we are now, and I also like to say that Half-Blood Prince character have been intertwined with my Visy character, my persona as Visy, which is an elf, you know, banished from the Elven Kingdom, blah blah blah. I can run that backstory another time. And have been intertwined to also include my real-life self, which is the writer, the master of all my children, aka my creations in writing. And basically, the character have become really damn powerful, and that whoever he kills, he'll kind of absorb, so it becomes a part of him, and he can transform into this. He basically never uses that anymore in our roleplays, but he can. Now, you can probably see that this is going bad. Also, it affected Thomas, because Thomas is so close to this character. He also have been affected by the banishing from hell and heaven, meaning he basically can't die. I know there's other religions, but we haven't accounted for that into this. So he basically, when he dies, his soul gets bounced between heaven and hell in a pretty funny baseball or tennis match kind of thing. And it just becomes this bouncy game. And that's just a pain in the butt to have these powerful characters. That's why I haven't written about Half-Blood Prince. He can change into Angel Prince, where he have a righteous mind with a sword. Now I want to tell you how to avoid making a bad Half-Blood Prince and make a good Half-Blood Prince. Now the trick here is, don't think that your character should be unstoppable. That's like the key thing. If your character can stop anything, then you have gone wrong. I mean, even Superman can be defeated by kryptonite. Even though that sometimes is wrong. But you know, every character have to have a weakness. It might be a super rounded up character, hint hint Batman, but if you're really rounded up, you also have to be weak in everything. You can't be super strong, super fast, super smart, and all those things. That makes a bad character. While if you're kind of balanced, but you're not the strongest in everything, then you're just a very balanced and hard to deal with character because you have all the tricks. You know, a good punch will kill you. Yeah. And now here's another thing. Don't make a character celestial and like a god. That is very hard to pull off because a god is kind of powerful. And I also like to say that there was back in the day when Superman was considered he was too super. He was too strong, and I'm taking this from NerdSync, I think was the video I was watching, where Superman was too super. You couldn't go quite as much farther now. So he needed a weakness, thus kryptonite is one of the things that was created for this, though I'm not sure. I can't quite remember the history. If Scott sees this video, he can fill in on that. And now, that is like this thing. You can't do your character too powerful. I cannot rush that too much. Making your character too powerful takes away the human element. Now, split personality, that's another thing. That's not making your character powerful. That can actually be a weakness. Because imagine this. You have a character, and they have split personalities. And these two personalities aren't agreeing. That means they will be fighting mentally while trying to fight. If that's what your character does. And now that's one of the things, like, split personality is one of the most fun things I can do. I feel doing. I love it because it shows the multi-sided nature of humanity. Now, it's even more fun to have even more sides, but just a split personality is amazing to have. So making a split personality, fine. Making a split personality that agrees on everything, that's not going to be too good. Unless they are really weak. Yeah. So, let's take an example of a character, and now I'll be putting up a picture that I don't quite remember who made it for me. It was someone on Google Plus ages ago. I still love it, and this is Boomer, one of my earliest characters after Half-Blood Prince, who is like basically my first major writing character, which is why he's so overpowered. I didn't know what I was doing. Boomer is not smart. He's really like childish. He have locked himself in. He speaks like one word every 1 minute. And he always waits for the other to say something. Now, his fate in the role-playing universe have intertwined with Left Arm, who kind of keeps him in check. But basically, Boomer is a child in a teenager's body. He loves explosives and birds. Have no emotion in his voice, and his actions are considered terrorism. He's quite a flawed character. He isn't super. He's this character who will kill, and he won't be intending for people to go bad. He wants to see if they can fly like birds. Yeah, you hear that, Boomer? People aren't birds. So that's the thing. Now, what do you think? We are almost on 10 minutes, and I like to wrap this up. I can tell you more about the role-playing universe, tell you what flaws there are, because there are a lot of weird things in that roleplay universe. Tell me in the comments if you want to hear about the role-playing universe, because it's crazy, So, it's a lot of art stuff you could do from that. Thank you all guys and girls for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. As I said, tell me what you thought in the comments. And until next time, I'm Visy OP, and see ya!